This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is from the Boys and Girls Club. I have Kat Noak. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Nancy.
Thanks for being here today. I've not had you on before, but I know how important your program is, the Youth Volunteer Corps. Those wonderful kids we see all over in the summertime volunteering and helping. And having judged many scholarships in the past, I know one of the very first things on a college application is tell us what you do in your community. What are some of your volunteer experiences? So this is a good way to help the youth get some good experience.
Yes, it is. So the Youth Volunteer Corps program is super important because we allow the students to lead all of the service learning projects. They execute them and want to make the community a better place to what issues are most important to them.
Oh, very good. So they all get together and decide what projects they will do.
Yes, they do. We have a youth advisory committee and they actually come together first and then the whole group discusses. So it's a pretty lengthy process to make sure that we're helping the community to the best of our abilities. And
how do kids get involved in the Youth Volunteer Corps?
So I have an office at the Boys and Girls Club as well as the high school, and we have a membership form that they fill out, and they can just contact me at the Boys and Girls Club, which is 989-356-0214, or the high school office, which is 989-358-5245.
Very good. And I noticed on here that you just had an awards ceremony recently. Tell me about that.
Yes, we did. So the YVC program is an international program serving the U.S. and Canada, and we have a summit each year. This year it was virtual, and our youth did an amazing job. We actually had 18 youth receive the 101 award.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so amazing. We had 80 altogether, so us here in Alpena having 18 was a huge
Yes.
accomplishment. We also had 2 youth receive 500-hour awards, so in their time of service, they've completed at least 500 hours. And then we received the Youth Volunteer of the Year award. The student actually put in 419 hours in 1 year,
Wow.
which was the most in the whole program. And then lastly, we received the Program Director of the Year
Which
award.
is you.
Yes, it is me. Yes, I did. I received the Program Director of the Year, which was so amazing. But
Yes.
it's a true tribute to the youth because I can't run a program if the youth aren't amazing. So.
Very good. Now give me an idea of what your summer programming looked like.
So we had a lot of amazing partnerships. We partnered with the Habitat for Humanity to build ramps. The kids actually sponsored, built, and installed 3
Wow.
ramps this summer. We helped the community garden. We did a lot of renovations there. And we worked with the DNR. The kids actually built a trail at Norway Ridge.
Ooh.
So they did a workaround for the bikers so that they aren't in a mud pit anymore.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was such a great experience. We actually had the Alpena High School football team come out and help us as well.
Ooh.
And we did a lot of we put up some signs at Rockport and a lot of other cool projects with the DNR. We also did a quality water testing with Huron Pines, and the kids got to go to the Thunder Bay River and test to see how clean our water is. And then we also partnered with Great Lakes Great Responsibility, which their goal is to pick up 1 million pieces of trash. And this year, the kids from the YVC program actually picked up 17,456 pieces of trash.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, when I think about going out to look for your first job, being able to put all those wonderful things on your resume, I mean, those are some pretty diverse things that they got to do.
Yeah, they definitely helped in many aspects of our community and different issues, so they got to see a lot of diverse things going on.
Okay, so what are some upcoming projects?
So we have Adopt a Family, where we actually pick a few families within the community and help them with the holiday season.
Okay.
And there's a lot of other holiday help. We do like fleece blankets that we make and donate, and we do like coat drive and stuff like that. And then we also have a financial literacy class coming up, which we're partnering with Wolverine State Credit Union. We're so excited to help the kids learn about certain finances, such as like budgeting and what a credit card is,
Yes.
and those things that they may not get in the regular curriculum. And then we also have a potential partnership with the Disability Network and helping shovel driveways for people with disabilities.
Wow, well that'd be wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, we're kind of running out of time, so I want to get real quick to your capital campaign. How is that looking?
It's looking really well. We're hoping to be able to start the construction process at the beginning of the year, but we do need the community's help to get us to our end goal.
Yes.
So we are appreciative of the support, but we just need a little extra help.
And so you're going to have a blowout sale.
Yes, we have a lot of items at the East Campus location. So November 5th and 6th, we will have a sale there to help clean out some of the items so that we can start construction.
So give me an idea of what we're going to be looking at for items.
There are couches and cabinets and chairs, and there's just a lot of like office supply items and a lot of things that our community can use.
So we just go right over to East Campus on the 5th and the 6th?
Yes, go over there and walk through and see what you may need.
Okay, we want to quickly mention Teen Activity Night, grades 6 and up. That's free.
Yep.
And then food program, free meal to any youth 18 and under at 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. You don't have to be a club member to enjoy those meals.
Correct.
And you have so many more things going on, and I know we don't have a lot of time, Kat, but give us that phone number one more time, and we encourage people to come see you in the high school office or at the Boys and Girls Club and sign up for the Youth Volunteer Course. So the phone number one more time.
989-356-0214 or 989-358-5245.
Thank you so much for being here, Kat.
Thank you for having me.
I'll be right back, so please stay tuned. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is my friend Katie Wolf from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, and I know that it's just the month of November, but you're getting ready to start working on Film Festival. So what's happening with that?
We are. So we're hoping this year that we have it both virtually and in person. We're really keeping our fingers crossed.
Yes.
You know, last year when we went virtual due to COVID, we reached people all over the world.
You did.
So it was really exciting. So we want to keep doing that. But we really are hoping that we can do some in-person events and, you know, have the regular programming at the sanctuary as well. So right now is a really important time because we have our student film competition underway. And the deadline for that, it might sound like it's far away, but it's really not, is January 4th. So we really encourage students to get out right now while the weather is, you know, still not too bad.
Yes.
Or if they want to get some different types of shots, you know, fall and winter shots, now's the time to do it. And the theme this year is Science in the Sanctuary.
Ooh.
And we do a lot of science, so if students need good ideas, they should go to the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary website because we have all kinds of exciting science projects underway that they, you know, everything from sinkholes to studying the topography of the bottom of the lake. And, you know, there's all kinds of interesting things that they could explore.
And you do have a wonderful website. It's so easy to navigate and use, and there's some pretty phenomenal things on there.
Well, especially now since it's been updated, there's so much really great 360-degree video footage in it. So for inspiration for the film competition, you know, it's a great place for students as well.
And I remember when Stephanie first came on years and years ago, I don't know how many years it's been for the film festival, talking about the film festival, and I thought, well, Traverse City has a huge one. How are we going to compete? But boy, do we compete.
Right. Well, this is our 10th film festival, but it's the 7th student film competition. And as you know, and maybe some of our listeners don't know, the student film competition, the films are part of the International Film Festival. So when you get a film in a film festival, you get these really neat laurels, they call them, and it's like a seal. And so then as you want to pursue other film festivals, you know, once you have that set of laurels, it makes it easier for you to have your film accepted in others. So all the students will get a set of those laurels for their films that are selected, you know, the top films. Last year, I think we had 13 that were in that top level.
It's amazing.
Now, we do have prize money for those students. We have a first place prize, which is $300, which is enough to get a laptop today.
Yes, it sure is.
And so, and then the second place is $200, and the third place is $100. And you can participate as an individual or as a team. And if you win as a team, then you share the winnings. But the Friends of Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary sponsors those prize dollars. And we encourage students in the 9th through 12th grades to participate. The film just needs to be 5 minutes long. Many students just use, you know, the very high quality of their phones today.
And you know, looking back on some of those student films, they're phenomenal. The ideas, oh my goodness, amazing.
Many people tell us it's their favorite part of the film festival,
yes.
and it's always really inspiring, and it helps to kind of get a sense of what students are thinking about today and see, as you said, all the creativity, the storylines they choose. I love how they involve their friends and family sometimes. It's
And
really
if they
fun.
if we can do an event in person, they could actually meet some wonderful filmmakers.
Oh, absolutely. That's another neat part about it, is that students, especially those who are aspiring to be in the film producing arena, can meet real filmmakers and ask a lot of questions. That's another fun part of the film festival.
So what else is going on?
Well, we've started on our sports courts at the campus as part of the waterfront project. So if you go by the sanctuary grounds now, you will see that. Actually, you'll see quite a few improvements. We've painted the tank a bright Noah blue.
Oh.
We've stained the dive tank deck around it. We've added a new 30-foot perennial a flower bed that is also a pollinator garden. Ooh. All native Michigan plants, so that's exciting. And the roof deck is absolutely completed, and there's even a stairwell, you know, upstairs from the outside, so that when we have events, you know, people can enter from the outside as well. So that's pretty cool.
Wonderful, and I can't wait to see all those things. Eventually you'll be open and people will be able to come and see all of those things.
Absolutely. We've been super busy, and we have lots of good things going on. Of course, it's grant writing season,
Yes.
and for me, I'm working on kicking off our fall donor campaign. It is the season.
It is.
And the money that we raise this time of year really has allowed us to maintain all of our staffing during COVID. It's been very important to do some of the repairs and keep the Lady Michigan out this summer, and to provide some of our online educational programming. So it's really important that we have a successful year.
And the Sanctuary Store holiday season's coming up, a good place to get some one-of-a-kind, unique, you know, logo wear.
Yes, and online. You can go online now. If you go to thunderbayfriends.org, you can order things right online in the Sanctuary Store.
Okay, wonderful. So what about volunteers? You probably still don't need volunteers right now, or do you yet?
Well, you know, we had that great Michigan Cares for Tourism event, and it really, I think, inspired everyone and made us realize what we can do with volunteers. So I suspect that we'll do more of those events in the future, you know, tapping into our local volunteers. But, you know, the film festival is always a big event,
Yes.
and that takes a lot of volunteers. And as we get the waterfront park going, there will be projects there that will need volunteers.
And when you get that little donor card in the mail, make sure you fill it out, pledge. And I'm sure Giving Tuesday's coming up, and you're going to be a part of that. So
Absolutely.
watch for all those wonderful, exciting opportunities that you can help grow that wonderful sanctuary that we're so blessed to have in our community.
Absolutely. We're very fortunate to have the Community Foundation here in Northeast Michigan.
Yes.
And Giving Tuesday will be the Tuesday again after Thanksgiving, and the Friends will definitely be active for that campaign.
And I'll have you on again, and we'll talk more about that at that time.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, and what's the best way to reach you, Katie, if anyone has any questions, or should they look at the website?
Well, you can always call 884-6210 or info@thunderbayfriends.org.
Okay. And look on Facebook. You have a wonderful Facebook page, too.
It's always a great way. And I do respond to that quickly.
Yes, and I'm so glad you're going virtual again. We only have a few minutes left, but like you said, you had people from all over the world. So I always say there's some good things that came out of COVID. Not a whole lot, but the wonderful things like that.
It really
have been a
has,
blessing.
and you know, it's helped us to really polish up our ability to do really strong online programming. We have some of our staff who've been networking with libraries and different entities all over the Great Lakes region, and so it really has expanded our reach. And
We're out of time. He's giving me a sign. Thank you, Katie.
okay, thank you, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Corey Sarniak, tech support specialist in the Office of Information Technology at ACC. Welcome, Corey.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you.
So, you're involved in many things related to technology, and technology is absolutely essential to what we do. But one recent thing that we're working on, that you worked on, is an upgrade of our phone systems. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited to be working on a new project to overhaul our phone system. So in the last year, we realized our contract with our current provider is due to end in the next year. And over the course of the pandemic, we realized that what we have right now isn't really conducive to the remote, workforce or to, being online. So when we looked at renewing our contract, what we really wanted to do was, upgrade, get to the modern 21st century, and get some new features that could really help us with the with everybody working remotely.
Sure.
So one of the systems we looked at was the Cisco WebEx calling plan, is what it's called. And so earlier this year we had the proposal that we sent out in May, and then we went to the board in June, and then we got that approved. And then July we started ordering the hardware. And then because of all the shortages going on, it took a little bit of time, but we did get it in August. And then through September and October, we've been doing training with Cisco and with our vendor to get everything set up and running.
Wonderful. That is a very succinct analysis. Where we started, the ordering of it. You did a great job at that board meeting, by the way.
Thank you.
The supply chain complexities that people don't see, but are certainly part of a lot of things, but especially technology. So what will this upgrade, once it's installed, do for the college and students?
Okay, so there's a couple different things we wanted to get out of this system. One of the neat things is that this has full WebEx integration, so it's going to tie your office phone number to your WebEx account, and WebEx is kind of like Zoom if you've used that.
Yeah, and we use WebEx.
Yes, and
Right.
we use WebEx all over the college. We use it for the VCS systems and for all of our conference meetings.
Yeah.
So this ties into your WebEx account, and what's neat about that is it is not just tied to your phone. So this is a full package you get where you can have an app on your phone. You can call straight from your office number. You can call from your office number on your laptop, on your desktop, on a tablet. And it also integrates with your email, your Office 365, your Outlook account. It integrates with the VCS system that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a cohesive package. It brings everything together. And we're really excited to explore the possibilities of what that can do. And there's a second component to this, which is that we really wanted to modernize our emergency system.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is also going to integrate with speakers, and as part of this project, we're also getting new phones for every classroom.
Right.
And that will allow us to if there's an emergency, we can broadcast to any location on campus.
That is such an important point you raised there, Corey. I mean, we're a relatively small school, but students can be in as many as, you know, I'm just rough estimating here, 45 to 60 rooms, you know, at any one time. And if a student happens to have a medical emergency or a staff member, communicating where that emergency has not been the most efficient up to this point, which in seconds and minutes can really make a difference if EMT goes to the wrong place.
And that's a great point, because that's actually what we're working on right now. Is we are trying to set up the emergency system. So we are coordinating with the Alpena County 911 service to really get it right the first time. You know, we've been on conference calls with him. We're going to do some test calling for emergency services. We're going to make sure that, you know, they get the right location, the right room number, if we do have to dial out for an emergency. So we are excited to see how well that comes along, and I know that our facilities director, Nick Brady, he's going to be happy with what we're doing.
Yeah, I really appreciate that upgrade. It's such a subtle behind the scenes improvement. Non-technical experts like me may not notice a huge difference, but there is a huge difference, both in terms of what you described first, the technology and how it integrates with VCS and remote, but also the safety part.
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into it. So we gave ourselves a lot of leeway to try and get this up and running, because we want to make sure we do everything right.
This is a common challenge in the technology world, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rolling out of the newest iteration of an improvement, and how you stagger that in with what you currently do and what you hope to do in the future. You enjoy that work?
Yeah, yeah. It can be kind of challenging. Obviously, we like to have as much time as we can to get everything done right. But, you know, for example, when we started the pandemic, we had 2 days to get, you know, everything online, and that was, you know, that was an interesting
48 hours, wasn't it? Yeah, very interesting. Well, we did it.
We did, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think our IT office, our team there, we have some great people.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be working with all of them. And we've all been, you know, working hard to try and get everybody the technology they need, the you know, software they need, the hardware they need to do their job effectively and make sure everything's running like it should.
Yeah, you guys do a great job. You do have a great team, and I see it every day. I also see the pace of change in the world of technology as it relates to education, and people's expectations about the level of technology that we provide them, the students and staff. I mean, that is on a steep curve, and there's no kind of standing pat or going back to the way it used to be. We just have to figure out how to do the best job of it with the resources we have. And I want to thank you for your efforts on the phones and with your team. And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.